Good evening. Seems to be a problem. Bear with me. Excellent. Sorry about that, bit of technical glitch. Good evening, folks. Welcome. I'm early for a change. It's a minor miracle. Can you hear me? What's the sound levels like? I haven't changed any settings at all, so they should be as we were last time. I'm very good, Charlene. Thank you very much. How are you all? Yeah, I'm early for today's stream. In the grand scheme of things, yes, we are late. Right. Let's get this show on the road. There's no time for dithering here. Why are we lagging? It should not be lagging. I do not have any screens open that should cause issues here. How very bizarre. Bear with me, folks. Let me just get things sorted here. Let me just sort these out. Okay. God, the sooner that I'm hoping that when I get my, let's have a look. Does this solve the problem? Not really. How very bizarre. Let's get the game loaded and see if anything changes. Oh, it's looking rather smooth now. Nope, that's how it should be. Nice and smooth. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're cooking with gas. So yes, we are early because, well, I couldn't wait to play. You know what? Since I've maybe from how long ago now? About 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, I started playing this game religiously. I've got a personal save going on. I've had a couple of personal saves going on, and I've got right into this. I've played this game over the past 3 to 4 weeks more than I've ever played it single player before. I'm playing like 5 hours a day. This game has me hooked in, big style. And once I finish this series, I'm going to download all of the DLCs that I don't have. Your Charlemagne's, your Holy Furies, and whatever else. Jade Dragon I think I don't have either. I'm going to get them all. I want them all. Our king is called Igor. Igor the Spider. Or should I say our Emperor, to give him his correct title. Right. I think this is going to be a situation where I need to remove my warm clothing. I'm getting a bit hot already. And prepare for whatever the game may throw at us. Yes, I do plan on playing one more campaign of some such in the back end of the year. I think I want to do one more, and then that would wrap up perhaps the series, the game in full, never to be returned to again. Although you should never say never. Right. Well, we've got a few things to discuss, catch up from last time, and things that we got planned for this session. Whether or not they come into fruition is another matter. So we'll crack on, shall we? Right. So where are we? Well, we are Igor the Spider, high intrigue character, 38. So he's getting up there in terms of age. Hello Shelley, welcome. He's a falconer. We are currently excommunicated, which isn't very nice at all. We are a master schemer. Patient, humble, deceitful, paranoid, kind, and craven. So he's a kind of a mixed bag. He's capable of a plot or two, a scheme or two when it benefits. But for the most part, on face value, he's a very nice man. Although, we'll soon see about that, shall we? So what are the plans? What plans do we have in store? Well, if we just quickly have a quick check of our vassal opinions just to refresh ourselves here. You'll remember in the last session we gave away 2 kingdom titles. We created and gave away the kingdom of Burgundy to one Bertrand Bossonid, who is a rather ambitious fella, has waged war on all and sundry and is reclaiming the lands that we lost, or rather our father lost, in his moment of madness. He is currently liking us a hell of a lot because we gave him a kingdom. But, you know, these people aren't elephants and they do forget. And that little gift, that slight promotion that we gave him will slip to the back of his mind in about 4 years' time. At which point, we may have a slight issue on our hands. So you'll have to remind me, folks, when it gets to 11:33, that we have important issues to resolve, one way or another. And similarly, we have the King something or other of Italy. We had the Kingdom of Italy title. We gave that away to Alberto Azzo the Cruel, a cruel liege, a cruel ruler. You know, but he's at loggerheads with this guy, and we're hoping that between the two of them, because we are struggling with threat, which is a rather annoying situation in terms of the defensive pacts, at least our vassals may be able to expand on our behalf, which would be very nice indeed. So that's the 2 major vassals that we need to keep an eye on. And again, 11:33, the 2 cruel kings. We'll see what they get up to in today's session with much interest. I may mark them as important characters so we can keep a close watch on what they're getting up to. In terms of other vassal opinions, I think we're looking pretty good. We're mostly in the positive, not massively, but we are mostly in the green. A few rogue people down here, the Duke of Baden perhaps the most issue, but he's probably not very powerful with his 1,000 men, so he can go to hell for all we care. Yeah, so for the most part we're in control. He stabilised, he took over from where his father left off, and despite all people thinking otherwise, he's managed to maintain some form of stability. I don't know why these people are down as interested characters. We're going to remove them for now and get ourselves set up for today. That's my wife. We'll keep an eye on her. It's always good to keep an eye on your wife, folks. You heard it here first. Hello, Go Surfer. Right, so the plans for today's session, other than keeping these 2 in check when they come to power, and of course if they die, we'll have to also keep an eye on who takes over from them. So we'll quickly mark those guys as important characters, because I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing quite a lot of them in today's session. 2 cruel kings. We shall chronicle their journey together. So in terms of our plans, we need to start spending some cash. We've got getting 41 gold per month here. We're well off, and we're not putting that money to the best of use. So particularly in our capital, we are going to start expanding wherever we can, and we're going to start with castle walls here. Gives us levy size, income and fort level. It's a 3-for-1 and it's relatively cheap, so we'll start with that. Similarly in Karlstein, once this keeper's finished, we'll get castle walls upgrade here as well. We also have 2 spare holdings here, and having holdings all in one area is most useful because of the fact that we can get stacked bonuses with our steward and our marshal. So we should really be building these new holdings and upgrading them as soon as possible. So we'll get to that as well. But before we do that, there are 3 counties here that we also own in Bohemia, Moravia, whatever area this is. And they're just kind of languishing right now. So again, we're going to go for castle walls in all of these areas, helping with income, helping increase the levy size. Because our personal levy, considering that we have a lot of troops, 24,000 at our disposal, our personal levy isn't the best. It's only 4,000, and there is definitely scope to increase that. So we're going to work on that as we progress through this session. So that's the kind of spending that's going to be going on in our home area. Okay, we have 2 spare counties up here that we are currently in control of, and we are saving these for our Grand Master plan, because before we pop our clogs, we want to achieve one thing and one thing only. We want to completely gobble up an entire kingdom. No pity-patty duchies here, counties there, fabricating claims, none of that crap. Oh no, we are going to engulf an entire kingdom and bring it under the wing of the Holy Roman Empire. So I outlined one method as to how we could do that last time, and we are currently in the process of trying to achieve that, although this is the least likely of the 3 options that's going to be successful. We are trying to kill Countess Sophie of Zeeland because her partner, the Prince Leonard of France, is currently the heir to France, the Kingdom of France, of course. So if she dies, he may come to our court. Not quite so sure about that, but so we are currently plotting to kill her at this moment in time, although the plot power isn't really firing on all cylinders. So we'll continue to work on that for the time being. We've got our Spy Master trying to increase plot power. We've got our Chancellor trying to sow dissent. We're trying to get her bumped off to see if we can lure the Prince into our court, gift him one of the 2 counties up here, and then bump off the King, and henceforth we should hopefully have a Vassal Inheritance situation where we gain the entire Kingdom of France. Least likely of the 3 options to happen. So we move to the backup plan. We move to Sicily. And Sicily, a kingdom title that was created some time ago and is doing very well in its expansions. A kingdom that we would be most grateful to bring under our loving wing. And if we look to King Marga, the Tormentor, he is currently married to our sister, Princess Justinia the Slow, God bless her, who's currently in prison for doing something which apparently may have appeared to have been some kind of plot or scheme, but she's slow, she probably didn't know what the hell she was doing. Anyway, they have a young daughter, Princess Clarimonde of Sicily, and she is currently the heir. And while she's in prison, I don't think she's having babies anytime soon. Now, she comes of age in 4 years' time. As she's our niece, she may come to our court. If she does, then we can do the same thing. Bump off her father, she's currently the heir. If she's still the heir in 4 years' time as an adult, maybe a vassal inheritance chance here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this little situation. If she doesn't come, we might be able to force her with a favour, although I think if they're a close relative of the liege, I don't think you can. But we'll see. We've got 4 years to wait for this to come into effect. This is more likely than the France one, but still looking pretty slim. I don't think she's going to come to our court is the main problem. So that leads us to our final option. At the moment, things can change, of course, but as things stand at this moment in time, the most likely option, but the one that's going to take the longest to happen, is Hungary, which I think is quite fitting given Kingdom Come Deliverance. Hungary is currently ruled by some random man who we care not about. He's 41, he has 2 daughters. Now we're not looking for vassal inheritance here. We're looking for a bit of old school intrigue and plotting. You see, the Kingdom of Hungary currently has 2 claimants that have weak claims on the kingdom title. You have one Lazar, who we are going to invite right now, and you have 3. You have one Dezo, who we are also going to invite right now. And then you have one Lampert, who currently is a drunkard, is stressed, and is a lunatic, and has great pox, and therefore his prospects of a long life aren't looking too good. So we'll leave him be. Now what I'm thinking here is, these 2 have weak claims that I've just invited, have weak claims to the Kingdom of Hungary. If we grant one of them a title, any title, a county will do, one of these rogue counties up here, they become landed, and if we were to press their weak claim, and it was successful on the Kingdom of Hungary, they would become our vassal king. Because we pressed their claim, they are our vassal already, the kingdom title is lower than our title, and therefore the whole of Hungary will come under our control, and the persons whose claim we pressed would be our vassal, and he would love us to bits, and in one swoop we would have Hungary in our grasp. Now, because they have weak claims, we can only press those in certain circumstances, but the situation is ripe for that to happen, because there are 2 main reasons when this can be affected. A female ruler. There's 2 female people here. If we bump him off, it is most likely that they will have a female ruler, and therefore we can push a weak claim. However, we can't do this right now, because if we could, we would do it right now. We'd bump him off, child ruler, press the claim, bish bash bosh, job done. We can't do it because of the defensive pact issue. We have all and sundry in a Christian defensive pact against us, and if we were to start attacking Hungary to press a weak claim, they would all come out of the woodwork, rear their ugly heads, and even with our 24,000 men, it would be an absolute mire to get through to win that situation. We'd have people besieging us all over the damn shop, and that'd be an issue. So we have to wait for our threat to go down, and that's going to go down, wait for it folks, in 12 years time. So we have to be patient. But this is the most likely to happen, but it's going to take the longest time, because we can't do it until our threat goes below 5%, which is an absolute pain in my backside. In any games that I start now, I turn off this defensive pact nonsense, because I don't think it's particularly great. I mean, realistic is it that every damn man and his dog would bandy against you for no apparent reason? I mean, I know we've done a few things in our time, but if you look at the grand scheme of things with our empire, we haven't actually done that much expanding to be threatening, in my opinion. Our borders are pretty much unchanged, apart from a couple of Pomeranian lands up there. We haven't, you know, gone on a rampage. But anyway, that's by the by. I'm turning it off. I can't turn it off now, of course, but I turn it off on any future games that I do play and start up. So we have to wait for this. I actually toyed with actually buying some DLC that allowed us to use our Chancellor to reduce this a little bit quicker, but I decided against it for now. So we're going to have to be patient. And our Emperor is patient. It's one of his traits. So he's going to bide his time, wait for this situation to crop up. We are guaranteed for this to happen in 12 years' time, because even if he has a male heir now, which wouldn't give a female ruler, that child will not come of age until he's 16. So even if she had a male child, right this second, he would not be an adult for 16 years. We're doing this in 12, so no matter what happens, we're guaranteed to be able to push our weak claim in 12 years' time, either against a female heir or a child male heir. Either or, we can still push it. So this is guaranteed to happen. It's just that we have to wait for it to happen for 12 years, which is a massive pain. But it's a good job our Emperor is patient then, isn't it? So that is our long-term goal. We are going to continue to look at France England, Sicily, Croatia, Poland, keep abreast of the situations for vassal inheritance. But when it comes to expanding by military force, Hungary is the prime target. T-minus 12 years time. Okay, so I think there's only one last thing that we want to do before we move on with today's session and start the ball rolling. And that is, we want to have an alliance. We have no alliances at the moment, and having an alliance could very much well be to our benefit if any sort of nastiness happens with, say, the King of Burgundy or something. We could do with having a mighty force to call upon. And the mightiest force in the land, apart from ourselves of course, is the Basileus of the Byzantine Empire, who just so happens to have a spare young man available for betrothal to our darling daughter, Princess Eliska, who I'm sure will be most grateful when she's older to be married to a relative of another great emperor. So we're going to get that alliance between the two factions here. The only issue is we could be dragged into a war against Rome, which is not my preferred option, because I like Rome. Right, one last thing. You may need to tell me where this is. Game messages. How do we customize game messages? Because the defensive pack glitch is going to happen and we're going to get tons of messages about defensive packs. I want to turn those off. I don't know, I think we have to wait for the message to crop up. Is there a way to customize message log? Is that it? No. Anybody can advise me how to customize which messages show in which box here? In the meantime, we're going to end all plots for now. Kick things off. There's probably far too many for us to be worried about. Factions, no factions really looking massively powerful. So we're not overly concerned, and most of our most powerful vassals are in the council, so they can't bandy against us in a faction. We cannot ask for repentance here because we've already done it recently. So we're going to be excommunicated for a little while at least. We're going to increase military organisation there. And we can actually change a law. Now, the council have a fair bit of power, it must be said. So out of the three laws, what do you think we should try to push back under our control? We have imprisonment, we have execution, or we have banishment. Which of these would be best under our control? We're kind of scuppered with the war situation, but we have quite an ambitious council, so that should be promising even if we try to expand. Imprisonment, yeah, that would probably be best. We've got one supporter, which means we need two more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm 8. 1, 2, 3. So we need two more to join our side. So we'll go to the council then, and we'll see if we can get two more to join our side. I do not really want the king. I do not want to owe this man a favour, if we can help it. Let's have a look here. So if we can go to the weakest people, perhaps, say the steward that don't have any land, and see if we can request council support from him, and say from him, that would take the total votes in our favour up to 4, and we'd win that because we have the deciding vote. So that should be enough to get the job done. So we'll go for ruler imprisonment then. Because hey ho, we're a man of intrigue, and if we start spying on people and need to imprison them, we cannot afford to have any hurdles in our way. I agree wholeheartedly. We could do with a commander, so we'll quickly sort that out, and then we'll be good to go. 17, he seems pretty decent. He's a trickster. That'll do for now. Right, plenty of commanders then. People doing what they need to be doing. We are all set. Let us journey on 2 speed, just to get things warmed up. We'll bump it up to 3 eventually. Our retinue, I think, is full. I think Charlene asked earlier. Our retinue is full. Buy favour and call in council support if you don't want to owe them a favour. But if you buy a favour, won't you owe them a favour? Isn't buying a favour? Oh! Buying the favour is... Oh, the favour is supporting us in the council. I see what you mean. That's a good idea. Considering we have a lot of cash, we could have done that. Never mind. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I should not do what I'm doing. My scheming is beyond all measure. It's ridiculously foolish and stupid. And they would have been probably quite cheap to buy a favour for. How much is it to buy a favour for a random Joe? 80 gold, yeah. Would have been a fairly cheap option, that. Anyway, never mind. Never mind. You live and learn. This is one beauty of this game, is you could play it for so many hours and you still learn little tricks and hints. There's just so many different angles to it. It's always, you're always learning something new. That is the one thing that I think has kept this game alive for so long. Along with the plethora of DLCs, of course. Right, there you go, defensive pack. Right, how do we sort this? Open list of messages? How do we edit this crap? I do not want defensive pack messages. There's a way to do this, and I've... Oh, no, it's not that. It's not that. Do I right click anywhere? No. Open list? No. Okay, yes, very good people, very good. I know your scheming is ridiculously foolish. I'll let you off for now. It's got to be. Somebody Google this for me, please. Message settings, it's right there, black and bloody white. Right there in black and white. Bloody stupid fool. Okay, right. It's going to be under what? Oh, this is where we need to find it now. You can't search either. There's no search feature. I'm not going to change anything else. Although there are other messages that I could get rid of, but I'll do that off camera. Hiding in plain sight. It's always the case, isn't it? Right. We need to... defensive pact disbanded. Joined and left defensive pact. That's the one. I don't want a message at all about that. Wait a second. So how do we do that? Do we just get rid of them? Priority 4 messages will only show up in the log. What log? Or priority 5 messages are disabled. Oh yes, there we go. So joined, I'm assuming, yes, joined defensive pact. So when it forms, fine, tell me about it. When it's disbanded, tell me. But this constant joining and leaving, I really don't care, because we can check the defensive pact from our character screen, which we will do before we ever launch an attack if we need to see that. But the constant messages are just a pain in the bloody backside, you know what I mean? So I think that should do it. Just double check it's saved. There we go, lovely. Beautiful. So we shouldn't get any more of these annoying bing bing bings at the start of every session. Right. So we have both of our kings favorited along with our wife. They are probably the main people that we are concerned about. So let's get cooking. To cook, ready, steady, cook. Right. Because we are going to be cooking up quite the storm. So what we'll do is, I think, rather than checking every 5 minutes, which I'm tempted to do to wait for situations to develop in terms of Vassal Inheritance, we'll kind of check every year. So the 1st of January every year, folks, just give me a friendly reminder to check the various kingdoms to see if anything is changed of note which may go in our favour. 1st of January is Checking Kingdoms Day. Yes, lots of schemes. Support the council. Very good. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. Come, okay, I forgive you. I forgive you. And you will support me in the council. Right, we have both council support now. So we'll get that cracking on with. Okay, let's get our imprisonment law passed. Council, imprisonment, ruler, votey law. We've got a load of people arriving at our court. Why is this? Why have we got a sudden influx? Ah, because we invited the claimants of the Kingdom of Hungary. The only issue with this 12-year plan is both of these people could be dead in 12 years. We should probably favourite these guys as well. Although I've completely forgotten who the second one was. Yeah, he's the one with a weak claim on Hungary, right? Very good. Okay. We'll have to find the other one and hope that they survive 12 years. Is it you? Are you the one with the claim? Oh, it is you. Good. Welcome, welcome. Make yourself at home. If you can just survive 12 years, you know, 58, it's ripe old age to survive until. I'll be very grateful. Thank you so much. Please surround yourself with cotton wool if you don't mind. We've got things happening here. Imprisonments and whatever else. Okay, our son, our eldest child, has come of age. Prince Mateus, who has learned the basic skills of intrigue, which does not fill us with a great deal of happiness. Let's check him out. Let's check him out. Prince Mateus, this is our heir. Although, if you do recall, the LP or the stream series will be ending upon the death of Igor the Spider, so we won't technically see this guy. Unless, of course, I'm yet to envelop a kingdom. I still want to do that before the session, the series ends, so we may control him for a little bit. But he is pretty. He's probably. I'm sure you can correct me if I'm wrong. He is probably going to be the weakest ruler that we've had. If you look at the mighty Yesek, if you look at the highly bloody whatever he was, diplomatic / scheming, intriguing, what was the other guy called? Johann. And you look at this guy now, who we have, Igor the Spider, with his epic levels of intrigue. Nothing else much to talk about, but his intrigue levels alone are quite, renowned. This guy is pretty ordinary. He's going to need to train himself up to continue the family greatness, you know. And he's unmarried. He is unmarried, so we need to marry him off to somebody. He's also unlanded, which I'm not overly concerned with at the moment. You don't suffer. Do we suffer penalties for unlanded sons? You used to do. I do not know. The former emperor committed suicide. Yes, he did. Okay, some marriage proposals. Okay. Yeah, primogeniture, I think we do suffer penalty for unwanted sons, but I don't know what it is. What is the penalty? It used to show you somewhere. It used to be a penalty to something or other. Was it maybe a penalty to domains? I can't remember what it was. And we now have ruler imprisonment sovereignty law. We can imprison who the hell we damn please. Not that we're a cruel ruler. Prestige. That was it. It was a prestige hit. Yeah. Well done, thank you. Not that we're concerned about a prestige hit, given our current levels of prestige. So we could give him one of the counties that we have. We only need one of these counties to press the whole Vassal Inheritance title claimant situation. Plus, if the worst comes to the worst, we can always give away a county within our Bohemia, although that would be much less up our street. What do you think, guys? I shall defer to your wisdom. Shall we allow our son some time to develop on his own by ruling a county? Or should we keep him under our wing, in our court, and keep the land for ourselves? I mean, what's our opinion of him? I mean, we like this guy quite a lot. We like this guy quite a lot. We're kind, and you know, we want to see him prosper for the family. So I think we'd probably let him govern. You know, we were allowed to govern by our father. We governed up here. If you're Mecklenburg, wasn't it, or something? So I think we marry him and then send him away. Marriage, then. He's going to need a lot of help because he sucks. I'm thinking a high steward wife with some decent genetic traits such as genius, quick or strong is probably in order. And look at that, as if by magic, poof, she appears before my very eyes, although she is depressed. Perhaps marrying an emperor's son may lift your depression, my dear. What do we think, folks? I think she's a good all-rounder. No stat below 10. High, what should we call it? Stewardship. She's Catholic. Although she doesn't have a Catholic name, but she is Catholic. She must have been converted somewhere along the other. Andalasian. Yeah, I think she's perfect. I think she's perfect. I think her depression will... Our son can lift her depression. Let's have a look at our son's stats here. Is he likely to lift depression? He's lustful. Maybe that might help with lifting depression? I don't know. Well, I do know, actually, but I won't go there. Let's arrange marriage. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Right. There is she. Here she is. Get married, my darling son, and then go and rule. Make us proud, because you need some work. Right, disbanded, very good. Very good. Oh. Non-aggression pact with her father. If her father is worth any salt. He's just he's pathetic. Right, ooh, speaking of pathetic, one person that is not pathetic is the Emperor of the Byzantine Empire. We now have do we not have a betrothal? Yes, we do. Let's go for it. Alliance, please. Thank you kindly. And whilst we're allied, if you wouldn't mind not getting into too many wars, because I don't wish to send my troops all here, there and everywhere. Right, she's arrived at our court, but not for long. Right. So let our son go rule. So this one is currently under new administration, as is that one. Base tax 8.4, base tax 8.4. They're pretty much both the same, really. So I think we'll give him Wolgast. Yeah, I'll do. Right. Grant landed title. Count of Wolgast. Yes. You know the rule. You know the rule, Charlene. Before we go wading into war, we have to prepare ourselves with the appropriate equipment. And if that just so happens to take 3 years to happen by the time, and the war is on its last legs, so be it. But you can't go into war unprepared. Surely not. You know, we are a diligent man. No, we're not. We're patient. We don't have diligent. I'm thinking of my other ruler. Right. Let us see here. Somebody is looting and plundering in one of my counties. I'm hoping that, you know, with some semblance of autonomy, these folks can sort out their own affairs without me having to interfere with every damn little minor incursion. We have bigger things to worry about. Some more raiders on the way. Okay. So we've got a few people joining factions. I don't think the faction threat's anywhere near it. 30% is the biggest one. And currently, as things stand, our king is waging war for Geverdan? Where the flippin' hell is that? There you go. So he's expanding our borders, he's pushing people's claims, the good old Bertrand the Cruel. If we can't expand because of threat, somebody else will. That's how we like to do things around here. We need to go in via the back door. We're not going to lead troops because we are craven and we are poor at martial. I was going to do something and I forgot. Ambition. We have to see the realm prosper because we are patiently waiting for all hell to break loose. And we have righteous imprisonment happening. Let's see who has caused us concern. Someone wants to kill Baron Hesso of Stade. Come on, love. Get a grip. Get a grip, my dear. You don't want to do that. We don't have plots going on around here. Only I plot as the spider. Only I am capable of these foul deeds. Prince Henry, my son, lacks education focus. I'm sure we are slacking here because we now have no wards, yet we have 2 sons, right? We should be looking out for their affairs, should we not? We should be looking out for their affairs. So we'll become their guardians, and he's got that. So, Marshal, and you will go for thrift. We'll have a full house. We'll go across the board and mix it up a bit. Duchess One Eye has left the plot. Leopold the Cruel has declared war to revoke a county. Let them crack on with that, not a problem. Okay, she was misdirected, of course she was. Of course she was. It happens to the best of us, my dear. Why is my son not landed? Why have I got that? Eh? Did I not give my son a... Is he still... What happened there, folks? Did I miss a trick? Did I not grant him Wolgast? Must have got distracted. Right. So him and his wife have gone on their merry way to rule in Wolgast. Rule well, my son. Rule true. And come back to me when you are half decent. Oh! I have sent him to a place that is beset by plague. That probably wasn't the smartest idea. Not one of Emperor Igor's smartest moves. Unless, of course, he is purposely trying to kill his son because he's inept and hoping that his second son will be better. I don't think that's the case, considering that we have a very high opinion of him. It's just that we were a little bit misinformed. Right. Matrilineal betrothal. Arpad Dorothea, who is the son, I think. No, that's now disappeared. Okay, fine. We were just deliberating. No need to take your bat and ball home. Dissolved. Okay, Duke Adam is appointed commander. There's a trouble with following people is you get all their council appointment messages. Again, there are probably more messages that I would take off, to be honest. If you can do that. I just want to know the really important stuff, like if they create titles, if they go to war, if they end up dead, those kind of things. Right. So we've got alliances being formed. I mean, look at her. She's an impaler. She's impaled her own eyeball. She is that ruthless, you know. She is that hardcore. She's plucked out her own eye to frighten a prisoner. I take my hat off to you, my dear. I take my crown off to you. That is some effort. Right. We need another commander here. We shall resort to the old faithful searching for one by means of little menus. In my own personal playthrough, it's very rare that I go for roleplay in my own playthroughs. I find it quite difficult to roleplay off camera nowadays. But in my latest playthrough, I am roleplaying pretty well at the moment, and I've kept it up for 40 years. So much so that my you'll do. That I have gone 40 years as a count 2 separate counts over 40 years, and because they were both patient, kind, honourable men, they haven't backstabbed their Duke Liege Lord. So we have remained a count for 40 years. No opportunity has come up to backstab anybody, really, until very recently. It's only just now that our liege has become a tyrant, and we are now therefore going to relieve him of his position. Instead, we have been focusing on where's my commander? Focusing on developing York. So that York is now the most advanced county in the land. Fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Bohemia. Why do you want to do that, my friend? Why is that the rightful? That's the rightful imprisonment. Yeah. Right. End the plot. Come on. If we didn't have. No, we can't revoke titles with plots, can we? No. So you can just end it. It's fine. Not a problem. Yeah, but I was talking about the role-playing with my new characters because I'm not actually using the find characters option to find new courtiers. I'm trying to do it naturally, so using familiar links, searching the realm to look for commanders and things, rather than bringing up a screen and poof, people appear. Right, every time I ride out to hunt, an arrow whizzes past me, and it's only because I anticipate that I can avoid it. Oh, this is not trying to create my concept. It's real. I couldn't find the arrow. It was you. Oh, we're paranoid, of course. So we can pick one of these. This doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so he's seeing phantom arrows. He's hearing the twang and the whoosh of random arrows waiting to pierce your head. He can either accuse somebody, one of our courtiers, or he can bear with me. Give me a second, folks. Sorry about this. There we go. We're going to use random number generator here to pick one, because I don't know which one to pick. Right, no, 1 to 100, 1 to 50. We continue on our paranoid way and become maybe stressed by it. And 51 to 100, we blame some poor random courtier. It was you, Guido the courtier. You, I know you. And we should probably imprison him, should we not? If we believe he is trying to kill us with an arrow, perhaps we should try to imprison the man. Would that be going too far? Let's see what happens if we try to imprison. What's the imprison penalty? This man has tried to kill us. We know it's him. We know. He tries to convince us otherwise. He's a temperate, kind man, ambitious and shy. He's got chest pains. He's 59. Would he try and kill us? It's tyrannical. Of course it is. However, in the spirit of roleplay, I'm going to say there is a 20% chance that we are going to imprison him because hellfire, we're paranoid and he's tried to kill us. So 80% because we're kind and forgiving, and 20% just because that paranoid might want to determine that we imprison him and take the -10 tyrannical hit. Thankfully it was 37. We'll leave him be, but we'll just give him a harsh word, harsh talking to, you're not coming on hunts with me ever again. Okay? I've got your number, pal. Oh, we could spy on him. Good idea. We have nobody to spy on at the moment. That's a good call. We'll spy on him. Yes, we know he's up to no good. He's plotting to kill me. We shall have a legitimate reason to imprison him. I know. Ha ha, very good. What kind of a spider am I? I don't even realise what I'm doing. Got my eye on you, pal, indeed. Right, Duke Victor of Susa has accepted a peace offer, which means he's probably expanded his land. There's a little trick. I'm gonna pause. I can't. I hate talking when the time is moving. Sorry, I should not probably do that. It's only going at 2 speed for God's sake. We've got to wait 12 years. This could take 12 sessions if I don't get a move on. Right, the prince has been a spy master. Blah de blah. Duchess of Upper Burgundy. Right. He's done it again. Is this the second time he's done this? Oh no, is this an old message? 13th of October. Oh, it's an old message. Oh, I'm way behind the messages. Oh, okay. Oh, kingdom check. Very good call. Very good call. Right, nothing new and useful. We could accuse him of bathing in the blood of virgins, but we need something real. If we are to imprison this man, we need something concrete. Right, let's check out the vassal inheritance situation. So we need sons that will come to our court, or even second in lines that will come to our court. Ideally, England is pretty much locked down at the moment. And a son was born to my uncle, Ivan Kobyla, and it's been named Rostilav. That is a rather nice name. Rosti. Isn't Rosti a form of food? Maybe that's why I like it. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you very much. Yes, Rosti. I'm sure Rosti is some kind of potato snack thing. Yes, who names their son after a potato snack? I mean, goodness me, what is going on? I mean, it's the kind of thing I'd probably do. Call my son Sausage. Right, anyway, we're keeping that name, I like it. So that France, let's have a look at France. He's still the heir. He still won't come to our court. His wife is still alive, and we are still plotting to kill her, and nobody else will join the plot. So this, again, as I said, is the least likely to happen. But don't worry, in 3 years' time, my friends, we may have another option, because King Marga the Tormentor is still alive. Princess Clarimonde is 13. When she comes 16, we're going to try and convince her to join our court, kill this man, and then have a queen. Our very own niece as Queen of Sicily, under our watchful eye, as part of the Holy Roman Empire. That would be the most preferable option, I think. Keep it in the family, you know. Any plans for Hungary? Yes, Dark Phoenix Ninja. I outlined my plan for Hungary at the start of the session. I assume you've just turned up recently. But my plan for Hungary is to take it in 12 years' time. Yes, people of chat can inform you of the full scale of the plan, but effectively we've invited a couple of title claimants with weak claims, and they're going to be pressed in 12 years' time. Okay, so King Adalbert of France has accepted King Bertrand the Cruel's peace offer, and as you can now see, we have new land in our midst. He has conquered here. Govaudan. Very good. Keep conquering, King Bertrand. Keep conquering. Don't forget, folks, 1133. If just in case I do. Right. Baroness, Cardinal, law change. Not a problem. Not an issue. Young Cityrad, my son has finished his education in the ways of war, and he has excelled as a skilled tactician. Let's get a look at the lad. Skilled in martial to some degree, not quite so skilled as others, dull, stubborn, arbitrary and patient. Again, not really filling me with a great deal of happiness. Our sons aren't excelling. Is it our fault? Is it perhaps our poor tutelage? Perhaps so. Perhaps it's a reflection on our teaching methods. Marriage, why not? Sometimes wonder if we should be marrying for alliances and stuff, but at this point, do we need alliances? We have an alliance with the Holy Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire. That's probably enough right now. Keep has been built in Karlstein, which means that we now quickly need to switch up to castle walls. Keep that money flowing like wine, please. Keep that money flowing. Looking pretty good. I think we'll leave him unmarried for now, or should we? It seems like bad form to do that. He's not going to be ruling, although he might be ruling, because if he dies, he's in the middle of a plagued land, he might become next online. So I think we'll go again, we'll go with Marshall. We'll go with Marshall. She's homosexual and chaste. They ain't having babies, so we'll leave her. But she is quick, which was very handy. Let's go genius. Can we have a genius in the house? 20. Ooh, look at that diplomacy. Brawny, arbitrary, diligent, temperate, depressed. I'm seeing a common theme. Okay, she's not the greatest, but she's got genius. And she's depressed. I think we're going to have all our sons married to depressed people. Yeah, why not? We'll go for a line of depressed wives. We've had the B team with the commanders. Most recently, we had commanders all with one eyeball. We like to stick with themes. New theme: depressed wives. It could be the hit show of the 1100s. You've heard of Desperate Housewives. How about Depressed Housewives? The Depressed Housewives of the Holy Roman Empire. Coming to a screen near you. Maybe not. Castle walls all built. So here's usurp the county. Duke got a peace offer. Regent. Okay, so Prince. Very good, very good. Now have babies. Have genius babies. Come on. Come on, son. You can do it. How about you? Have you got your wife pregnant yet? No, she's still depressed as well. You're not doing a good enough job, Mateus. Pull your finger out. I did say finger. Count gives the duty of commander, advisor. Ooh, somebody. This man is really pushing his luck. He has tried to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Bohemia, and now he's joined the increased council power in the Holy Roman Empire. He's pushing his luck. He's pushing. Right, yeah. You know what? He's pushed his luck far too far. Who do we spy on? Do we spy on a man that's trying to kill us with an arrow in our minds, or do we kill a man that is actually physically trying to do us over diplomatically? He's not adding much to the power, but the fact of the matter is, you can't get away with this kind of stuff against a spider. Nah, you can't do it. You cannot do it. Now, we can't do anything about revoking titles. You can't imprison. It's all very civilized in these parts, unfortunately. And we are a civilized man, so we're going to spy on him. Now, how do we cancel the spying on the other chappie? Let's have a look here. Let's sort this out. Let's have a look here. Wido, I've decided to stop spying on you for now. Oops, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not spying on anybody. And we're going to change our attentions to the rather irksome Count of Litomeris. And we are going to... we need to... Oh! This has just happened. Oh! Oh! I'm looking at this screen over here and focusing my attention here. Right when we've cancelled the spying plot for Wido, just as I was cancelling it, or have cancelled it, whoa, hoo, hoo, as if by magic again, it's come in our favour, because we have a reason to harass this man. He has told shocking lies about me. Shocking, horrific lies. And not to mention, he's tried to kill me when I've been hunting. Arrows whizzing past my head. You silly man. Silly, silly man. I know you're a kind, honourable 59-year-old, but in my mind, You are nothing more than somebody who needs to... yeah, you can have a claim on the titles. That's fine. Is he in our prison? Is he in our prison? No. Where is he? Bring forth this man. Where is he gone? There you go. Imprison him. What's happened? I thought we had a reason to arrest him now. Slandered. Oh. Why can't we imprison him? He's slandered us. Surely that is worth it. Oh my god. Order to take the vows. Fine. Go. Go from my court then. Go to the Knights Hospitaller. Be gone. Bog off. Can't be dealing with you. Right. Switch my attentions now to more pressing issues. Thank you very much. Lit Maurice. Count Castelov. Oh Jesus. Castelov. Yep, just bear with me on this one as well. Just bear with me on this one, folks. I have a little plan for this. Count Castelov, I spy on you because I'm going to revoke your title, my son. When you are ousted as a traitor, you shall suffer my wrath. Right, a successful jihad for Africa. Against King Marga of Sicily. Have Sicily lost Oh, they've lost Africa. Right when we were going to hopefully take Sicily in one swoop. Mind you, if we'd have taken Sicily, any jihads for Africa would have been against us. So, do you know what? Let them have Africa. I just want the tip of the boot. I'm not a greedy man. Just the tip will do. Don't need the whole damn shebang. Right, okay, keep a close eye. My trusted little birds are tweeting in the trees, watching out his every move. Okay. Oh. No worry, Charlene. So, while I have it paused, I will explain this plan now. We have another unlanded son, which is not gonna change. We need a court physician as well. And we need another commander. Right, we'll sort all this out now while we're messing around here. Get rid of all these messages. It's all too much. It's overwhelming. Right, get rid of these messages. So he's left for the Knights Hospitaller. Okay, Duchy of Ferrara. Right, my thinking for this is, if we create the Duchy of Ferrara title, which we can do because we have two of the three de jure counties, we would become the Duke of Ferrara. Of course, that would lead to an issue with him because he would desire that duchy more than likely. Plus, we'd be over our duchy limit. But what I'm thinking is, we're gonna lose his. He's gonna have a convenient brain fart moment. In about 3 years' time and forget that we gave him a kingdom title and whatever else we gave him. So if we create the Duchy of Ferrara title, then gift it to him, he'll kind of like us again because we've given him a duchy title. So once he has a bit of a brain fart moment about us giving him the kingdom, we shall remind him where his loyalties lie by granting him a fresh duchy title, the Duchy of Ferrara. Don't want to create it 3 years in advance though, so we'll wait on it for now. The major risk with this is if he goes to war again, we can't usurp it while he's at war. But we'll take that risk. Right, court physician. We need a court physician. I'll start the ball rolling now. The court physician. Do we have anybody capable? We have a court eunuch for a change. Oh, developments with our cruel king afoot. Right, do we have any suitable court physicians? Right, what I like to do, rather than going through the recruit court physician nonsense, which can lead you to have some right characters, if we can search all men and then search for renowned physicians, sometimes they do crop up. renowned, isn't it? Is that right? No, there's no renowned physicians out there that want to join our court. We could just go with a really high learning, or we could take a chance and just see what we get with a court physician at random to start with. If we don't like them, then we can look for an alternative. And quickly recruit a commander. Not good enough. Preferably with somebody with one eye would be nice. A genius. He's an orthodox. He's a drunken genius, but he's good with martial, but doesn't have much else going for him in the commander stakes. Whereas this guy is a flanker, a familial kinslayer, deceitful. That's brilliant strategy. That screams to me he's capable of a few tricks on the battlefield. So I'll prefer this guy. Right, King Bertrand has declared a war to revoke Gevaudan on Duke Milo the Fat, who's is probably his vassal as well as my vassal. No, he's actually my vassal. What? Okay, so he's seeking to bring this under his own kingdom title. I could actually just transfer the vassalage to him. Couldn't I just transfer vassalage? What's he? He's part of the de jure Duchy of what? Dauphine? Which falls within the de jure Kingdom of Burgundy. Right, so I could actually gift this. So if I do transfer vassalage to him and give him... It might be too late now because he's already gone to war for it. I'm assuming that's what he's wanting. What was he called? Was it a count or was it a duke? It was a count, right? No, it was a duke. Wait a second, am I getting this right? Am I confused here? Let me get this right. So he's a Duke Milo the Fat. Oh, he's revoking it. Okay, he's taking it for himself. So gifting him it won't really... transfer vassalage won't cut it. Because we can still revoke it anyway. Right, that's put paid to that plan then. Right, so we're sorting these out. And we have our daughter who lacks an education focus now. She is going to excel in diplomacy. So she will be diplomatic. Castle walls built in Praha, and he's going to be our commander. Good. Loads of people around. Oh, he's got an extended family, hasn't he? Have we got enough bloody stores for all these people in our court? Court is massive now, right? Your rangers report of a suspected witch living on the outskirts. Oh my god. No? Either she's got an infection or we would end up with an infection. 10% chance. Good night, Ghost Surfer. Is she worth the risk? No. I do not require her services, which means that we're probably going to have to go with somebody with high learning then. So we'll go for this guy. Patient, greedy, erudite. He's a mastermind and theologian. Come forth to the court. Hello, Claire. So yeah, it says here, look, it says expose and denounce him publicly, giving me a reason to arrest him. But when we did that against Wigufu, or Wifu, or whatever it was called, Wigu, we couldn't arrest him. Was that a glitch? If I denounce this man, can we arrest him? Even if we can arrest him, we still can't revoke his title though. I think what we'll wait for, I think we'll, rather than arresting, and that's not going to lead to him losing his title. Ultimately, I want him to lose his title. We could threaten him to stay out of factions. Yeah, stay out of factions, pal. And we'll keep spying and hope that we get the option to bump him off. Okay, he swore to stay out of factions. Very good. Very good. Yes. Got my eye on you and all that kind of jazz. Right. Keep spying, we may be able to kill this man. Right, you will join our court and you will become the court physician. Thank you. Duke Valdemar of Austria has inherited Duchy of Austria and other titles from Duke Ernest of Austria, who has probably died. Yes, there you go. Ooh! Oh, wait a second. Ah! What's happened there? So, Duke Milo the Fat is still... So if you look at this, guys, yeah, he doesn't have this duchy. He wants this duchy, doesn't he? That's what his issue is. His issue is, I want that duchy. The de jure Kingdom of Burgundy includes this duchy. It doesn't quite include that, but it includes this duchy. So I'm thinking he wants us to transfer vassalage here. He wants us to transfer Duke Milo the Fat to his control. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's possible. I mean, it gives him a little bit more power, of course, which is never a good thing, because if you look at his power now, he's like 55% of our power, which is a fairly powerful man. And it's not him I'm concerned about, it's whoever takes over from him, who may have a low opinion. But like with the Duke, like with the King of Italy, with the Duchy of Ferrara issue, when they begin to forget who has been so kind to them, we might remind them with further gifts. Duchy title here, transfer vassalage there. It might just help refresh their memories. So we'll keep that under our wing for now. Unlanded sons, usurp, threatening. Another 134 months to go, and we can create titles and we can press reclaims, but none of that is interesting right now. So we're going to bump it up to 3 speed as we plod along. Oh yes, we had some sow descent happen here. Does that impact upon our... Oh, she's dead! She's dead! She's bloody dead! She's flipping dead! Right, wait a second. He's still alive. He's still the heir. He won't come to court. Right. We could buy a favour and force him to come to court. He won't accept the favour, but if we bribe him, he will. The question is... He's Chancellor though, so he can't come because he's a council member. So we can't force him with a favour. Oh, that sucks. So even when his wife died, still no further along. And it's because he likes Count Adalbert. How much do you like Count Adalbert? 71. Oh, it's your child, that's why. Okay. I think it's safe to say that this Vassal Inheritance is not happening anytime soon then. He's not coming, he won't come, he's a council member and his son's now in charge. Unless we killed his son, and then we're starting to really clutch at straws. So what I'll just quickly, it's a little bit early but we'll do it now, we'll just check who's second in line. Second in line is Count Adalbert. Of course we can't get him to come. Oh, no. Wait a second. It is difficult to do. It's not impossible. Which is why I really want it to work. I know it's difficult. But if we could get it done, it would make it all the more so satisfying. We actually have a de jure claim We have a de jure claim on Zealand. Oh, but we've got threat. Oh, I was just thinking. We have a de jure claim on Zealand. If we push the de jure claim by war on the King of France with Zealand, and that would mean that Zealand would come under our control, kill him, kill the king, he would be in line, and he would be our vassal. Trouble with that is if we go to war with Zealand, again, defensive pact, so that's not going to happen. So no, I think it's safe to assume we can put to bed, for the time being, France's situation for vassal inheritance. So we just now need to remain hopeful that our niece Clarimonde will come. And just in case she does, we're going to start sowing the seed of mistrust in the court of King Marga the Tormentor. So we're going to sow dissent in his land. Make sure that his vassals don't like him, just in case we need to kill him. We're going to send our spy master to lay the foundations, to work alongside the Chancellor, to spread malicious rumours, just to sow the seed. Because in 2 years' time, we are going to try to strike. Okay, we have managed to make the Pope see us as a benevolent and pious ruler, which might be useful when it comes to lifting an excommunication, although he only likes us 18, which really is not a lot. And maybe we can ask. Right, quick question, if we have a high enough rating, is this ever a certainty? I don't think this is ever a certainty. I think it's always I think we've got more pluses than minuses, so this should be a yes. So therefore, because it's maybe, I think that it's always going to be a maybe. We could send a gift and try to increase it further and check, but that's a lot of money on a whim. That's a lot of money on a whim. So we'll how old is he? He's 70. So yeah, we ask him, it fails, we'll just ask the next pope after him, it's not a problem. If he denies us, we'll just ask the next king, the next pope, that no doubt will be just round the corner. Oh! It looks like I owe my court chaplain an honorary title for good services rendered. Oh, he already has one. Well, therefore, I will give you a gift. 59 gold for making the Pope see the error of his ways. Thank you for your patronage. He's managed to sweet talk the Pope around, see us as a benevolent ruler. Excommunication lifted. Well done. Let's just check how that impacts the vassal opinions now, shall we? All in the green, all in the green, all in the green. A couple more ne'er-do-wells in the red, but they are not to be worried about. Ultimately, I think we're looking pretty good. Emperor Igor running a tight ship. Running a very tight ship. Right, people have returned to my court because they were currently... Let's start training some troops here. Start training troops, and let's start some more building work. Increase council power. You seek to kill my Friedrich Kobyla. No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. That's not a problem. Right, building work. Let's have a quick look at that. So, this is our preference. What do you think, guys? What do you think? We're one domain down because we gifted our son Wolfgast, or Wolf. You know, always reminds me of the wine. Is it Wolf Blass? Not that I'm an alcoholic, but just, you know. Anyway, is it time to build a new holding? Is it time to build a new holding? We have plenty of coin. It is expensive. It's 699, but surely it will be worth it in the long run. I think it's definitely worth it. Hello, Maziga. Welcome, welcome. I think it's worth it. We need more land. We're going to stockpile all of our domain pretty much in here, because it makes it easier for management purposes. We only have to worry about one hospital, again with the marshal, with the steward, and we've still got 720 left. That's still building castle walls. Let's have a look at these lands here. Castle walls no longer. Right. Okay, folks. I turn now to your wisdom. Do we look to strengthen our financial foundations first, i.e. castle towns here, here, and here? Or do we focus more militarily, perhaps, with something like keeps instead? Keeps or castle towns, that is the question. Or a mix of the two, maybe. What do you think? Ah, you have such high hopes. Such high hopes. The one thing about our Emperor is he is patient. And we have a patient plan brewing. By the end of the session, we may not get there. We're not advancing time quick enough. But by the end of the next one, you know, we'll be there. Right. How many? This is going to bankrupt us, so we'll just do one at a time. We'll do one at a time. We'll do one at a time for now. So Castletown. There you go. We'll get that built, and then we shall proceed onwards. Okay, so she's cancelled her plot and scheme. We are past January, but I think we've already done the plotting and scheming for now. Although we didn't plot and scheme. We didn't really plot and scheme. Very good. Wait a second, was that guy again? Was that guy again? Oh no, he's left now, he's left. He had to leave, we forced him out. Yes, call for my new court physician. Just a quick look, we didn't check Croatia and Poland. Not that we really want Croatia and Poland, but you never know. They could prove to be useful. Your heir is some random man who won't come to our court. Let's have a look at the succession line. He's a child, you can't invite him in the immediacy. Poland, we have a king with another adult heir, but again he's not in his court, and another child ruler, so you're not really right for the picking as things stand. So it still remains Sicily and Hungary as our two best bets to nab ourselves a kingdom. Right, just the other day I caught Count Simon and my daughter-in-law Maren in a flagrant. You're supposed to be depressed, love. The age-old Kobyla trait comes to the fore again. Kobyla men have a habit of being cheated on by their wives. Good to see that that continues on, that little nuance. We do not wish to perhaps we have been far too soft with these wives in the past. But we are kind. We are not just. She better not be flipping pregnant, I'll tell you that much. Forgive and forget. We're not greedy either. Fine. Our heir ended up pretty useless. He's now craven. He wasn't craven before. He's just developed that. We send him off with a land of his own and a beautiful wife who proved to be very, very useful, who now has lover's pox. Maybe she's cheating as well, for God's sake, man. What the hell is happening? With great stats. She's quick. And how do you repay me? You repay me by becoming a craven, says the craven. Family trait, as things stand at the moment. The craven Kobylas. The reign of the cravens. My daughter has been spending a lot of time with monastic orders. She's in pious prayer as well. She wants to dedicate her life to the church. Why would we not allow that? She's becoming a nun. A child nun? If you want to be a nun, my dear, then become a nun. Maybe that will sweeten the deal with the Pope and prevent us from being excommunicated. Look, old Popio, my wife is my daughter is a nun. Our family are very pious. Apart from me. Right. Got somebody known as a fat. We had a non-aggression pact with the King of England, apparently. Not anymore. Is that my son's wife, now known as the Unfaithful? No, not that son. Where's my other son? Yeah, the Unfaithful. Good God. And oh, and it's been, yep, adulteress. Oh, she's been exposed. Expose. Arranged marriage. The Prince of England with my Roxy Kobyla. That must have been a betrothal. She's temperate, she's charitable, she's diligent, but she's dull. All in all, not bad going. I accept. We have now look at, oh, she's a stunner. Roxy with the frizzy hair. You don't know you're born, son. You don't know how lucky you are to be married to the daughter of an emperor, and a fine daughter at that. No, she's my cousin, sorry. Confused. Daughter, cousin, it's the same in these times. Everybody's fair game for marriage, you know. Anyway, nice tithe there. We should reinvest that. We shall reinvest in Castletown here. Okay, so she's gone to become future Queen of England. Oh, we're still trying to spy on this man. Okay. How much? We could actually just plot. We could just plot to kill him the old-fashioned way. But he swore. We don't dislike him. He's sort of locked out of factions. I don't know how long that lasts for though. I think we'll just leave him be. I think we'll just leave him be at this point. No. Uraka? Wasn't she my father's wife? I'm sure, I don't know, no, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different person. Wasn't my father married to a Uraka or some such? I'm sure he took a wife that was quite exotic. No? Am I thinking of something else? No, he married two frumpy women. Bless them. He married a younger model when he's long... Oh yeah, Uraka, there you go. I knew there was a Uraka out there somewhere. Yeah, it was my mother. How could I forget? It's only my mother. Right. Well, I don't know either of these people. You should probably have bribed them then. Anyway, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so the two kings are still... Is he at war now? King Bertrand the Cruel's war to revoke Giverdorn. That's still going on. Oh, that's just been restarted then, because that had gone into been done and dusted due to a Casus Belli issue. It's now back game on again. Good night, Charlene. Thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. We'll have to catch up later. Hopefully we'll have some good news to show you. Bought a favour. Ooh, County of Rugen has been converted to the Catholic faith. Albert Kobyla, our cousin, now known as the Just. drunken just. Is he yeah, he's Mecklenburg, man. Ooh, my son, second in line, is not being able to keep down food. That cannot be good. Right. Ooh. Distrust between the Bishop Marga of Cumae and his liege, King Marga. Yes, keep sowing that distrust. We may need it soon. We may need lots of people to not trust that man. Okay. He's now suffering a war. A Sicilian revolt. And he's also looking to revoke Torres. Oh no! Flip! This is bad. This is paid to our plan right here. She's gone into hiding, which means we can't invite her to our court. Oh, that sucks. And I don't think there's a way to force them out of hiding. Unless, excuse me, unless there's a way to identify who's trying to kill her. She's probably in hiding because someone is trying to kill her. Is there a way to find out who's trying to kill her? Because we'll kill them. Then she can come out of hiding and we should be alright. I don't think there is. Alright. Disbanded, that's good. Duchess of Upper Lorraine, Duke Hans the Fat. Okay. No way to find out. I don't think there's any disease down here. There is no disease. By calling in a favour, Umberto has forced you to start a vote on the slightly tax-focused Noble Obligations Law. Yes, I like that law change. It means we get more money from the burghers. Thank you for that. I don't know if he thinks he's twisting my arm here up my back and doing me over, but I actually like this. Yes, crack on. Depends if the people vote for it, of course. Message about arranged marriage. Castle walls built. No way to find out. Oh, that means our plans literally are in ruins until she comes out of hiding. And if somebody's plotting to kill her, she could be in hiding for a long time. The plan isn't completely scuppered because ultimately, although we can't plot to kill her because she's in hiding, so she's harder to kill. I was going to say, if you just kill her and then take the second in line. I mean, that's really going quite some distance, isn't it? Having to kill your own niece. I mean, would we even do that? The master plan was to see if she was going to come to our court. It would probably be unlikely because she would more than likely really like her father and therefore would have no reason to move. Can't force her via a favour because she's a close relation to the king. So it was highly unlikely for her to come to our court, but we're not going to know now, are we? Anytime soon. So we have Andreas Esther and just a random courtier, and they've approved the slightly tax-focused noble obligation law, which it sits well with me. Oh, is it in Bohemia? Am I looking at the wrong laws here? It doesn't seem to have changed. I demand that you grant me a position on your council in return for the favour you... what? No, you don't do that. Count Blave of Mecklenburg used a favour to gain the Chancellor getting Umberto fired? Oh, it was the noble law. Oh, I didn't want that. Oh, I would prefer the nobles to give me men. Oh, bugger. Okay, that was quite bad then. Ah, that wasn't... Oh, damn and blast. I thought it was a bit strange they were forcing a law upon me that was too good to be true. Ah, dear. Never mind. So basically what he has done is he's forced himself onto our council, which is fine because his stats are not bad. But what he's done in the process is he's just managed to tick off one of my most powerful vassals. The King of Italy is now fired from council. Although... No, he's not fired from council. Who did you fire from council? Umberto de Pigliatani. Who's he? I have not got a clue. Who is Umberto Pigliatani? Do I need to be worried about him? He's not a powerful vassal. Was he even a landed vassal? No, he wasn't. Wasn't he the person that instigated the rule change? Yeah. He was the person that instigated the rule change. So he instigated the rule change, the law, and he's taken it upon himself, probably thought, ah, that was a load of balls, and has replaced him. Which is fine with me. To teach you to change my laws without my approval. Forcing favours upon me. I grant you these favours because I... never mind. Although somebody told me earlier how to avoid that, and it's come back to bite me, hasn't it? So if we'd have bought the favour instead, we would have been... We would not have had either of those things happen. So note to self in future. If you want people to vote for you in the council, buy a favour instead. So we have the King of Italy declaring excommunication war on the Doge of Pisa, who is, what, up here somewhere? Yeah. And what are the spoils of that little war? He probably takes Pisa, I imagine. Our holdings under attack. Crusade for Jerusalem! The Pope has been swayed by cries for help from the Christian population in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Okay, very good. Very good indeed. Do we want Jerusalem? Do we want to be granted Jerusalem in a crusade? Second Catholic crusade for Jerusalem. Holdings under attack. Okay, that's fine. Oh, what was that? What was that? I think the law. I think it's ended. Something happened. Did the crusade finish? No. What happened there? I got a message. I didn't see that. Fabricated claim on Duchy of Verona. Knowledge is increased. Commander, not the crew. Negotiation part been dissolved. Minor depopulation in Stettin. Right, okay. Still in hiding, love? She's still in hiding. No, dear. Her mother is still in prison. Why have you not released my sister yet? Why have you not sought to remove her from the cells of wherever she is? She's all the way in Cairo. You will leave my sister to rot in the cells of Cairo? Dastardly man. Right, 110 months to go. It's less than 10 years now, folks. The clock is ticking. Okay. We'll wait till December the... We'll wait till January the 1st. Oh no! Oh, plans are unravelling as we speak. One of the two title claimants for Hungary has just died. Okay, that leaves us with one more. You? No. You? No. Why? It was you. He's now become a landed bishop, which means that I can't use him now either. Oh, balderdash. So both of the claimants that I invited are now no longer usable. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Right, we're back to square one then. Let's just double check there's anybody else here. There's one more, and it's the Great Pox, lunatic, stressed, drunkard. Well, when you're desperate, aren't you? I don't think he's going to survive another 10 years, you know. But we'll quarantine him. We'll keep him alive with food, but we'll quarantine him. Even if they end up dead, we should keep them. We should do something. Perhaps, I don't know, rip his face off and put it on somebody else. Just put him in a chair and I don't know. Think, man, think. Provincial message system. Good idea. Yes. Good idea indeed. Right, I think we need more castle towns. Right, here he comes. Let's have him favorited. And Praha is distinctly devoid of upgrades at the moment. Hussar training ground. Barracks. Can even go for an even larger keep at 549. 30% levy size and 30% garrison size. That is quite insane. Same here. I probably prefer that to these two, to be honest. Okay, so Duke Milo the Fat has conceded. Govrudan, yeah, the king now owns that. But I don't think he owns the duchy, does he? Duke Milo the Fat, does he still own the Duchy of Dauphine? Yes, he does. So I can still gift the king this duchy should I deem it necessary. Which I may do at some point. Okay, he's transferred the vassal contract of Ubal to Milo de Al. Okay, so he took it from him. He put somebody else under, put somebody else on the throne here, and then give it back to him. Okay, fine. Castle 10 has been built in Hradec. Castle holding is finished in Praha. Oh, look who's died. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Huh. Who needs to plot people's death when they die of flu? Rather fortunate for us. Milo the Fat refused the retraction of the vassal baron demanded by the king and is probably now going to rise up in war against the king again. Oh dear. Cruel king indeed. Oh, I am now the Baron of Slaney. Slaney? Slaney? Slinny Slaney? It needs upgrades. Is what it needs. So we'll go Castle Walls Keep, Castle Town, I think. In that order. 49 per month. Groom and Air. Right. January has come round again. King Elvis, County, blah blah blah. Okay. Right. Let's just take a quick peek. Ooh! Ooh, holy, what? That is quite the plague. That is smallpox at its finest. Good lord. That is horrific. The entirety of the British Isles is beset by plague of smallpox. I have not seen that before. Right, I'm just quickly checking situations here. So he's obviously in hiding. These guys aren't going to come, are they? Although their opinion of me is going up slightly, which is nice to know. Let's take a look in France. He's still in charge. He's now in hiding. Is he still Chancellor? Yes, he is. If he was no longer Chancellor, oh no, forget that, sorry. Confusion. Confusion. Okay, so she has come of age now, rather frustratingly, but she's in hiding. Bloody hiding. Come out of hiding, what are you hiding for? Come on, you have our blood in you. You don't need to hide. Be a woman of pride. Stare your adversary in the eyes and then pluck them out. Alright, good night, Ollie. Bummer. Right, so she's tied up for the minute. Not literally, of course. Right, King of Croatia. No. It's not happening. Poland. How old's he? 4. Nope. What is this? Elective. That's not really going to work for my plans. I need primogeniture or gavelkind. Castile. We can actually press a claim in Castile already, but it'd be if we were to press it. I'm assuming it would be the de jure. What's his primary title? Council aren't happy with that. Oh, don't have the council. Don't even think the council is going to start bloody. Oh, this council. That could be an issue. We may need. Mind you, we can I know we can ask the buy favours for the council to vote with us in the council, but does that include war declarations as well? Oh, lovely. We get reconciled, and what? Less than a year later, less than 2 years later, we're excommunicated again. What have we done? Literally all we've done since we were reconciled is sit here and rule. Unless he is holding us responsible for the cruel king's dastardly acts down here, at which point fine. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, perhaps the lack of us crusading has also contributed to this little situation. Oh dear. Crusade, you say? I have better things to do. I'm a craven man. Do not wish to go gallivanting off to lands far away. French. Good for you. How is the Crusade going anyway? We can't tell because we're not in it. It's a pretty big army. Looks to be doing very well without our assistance. Right, sorry, the Grandmaster plan, I was getting to the question eventually. Oh, we've lost a council member as well. Bloody hellfire. My plans are all up in smoke. Right, there were three options for us to be able to get an entire kingdom in one go, which is what we're aiming for. We were going to use Vassal Inheritance in France, but that's not worked out. Because Chappie Prince Leonard of France, who is the... Is he the heir to France still? He must be. France is what? It is Gavelkind, so the heir, yeah, so he's the heir. So we were trying to get him to come to our court. He won't come to our court because he had a wife. His wife died. We're hoping that maybe that might have swayed it, but no, because his son is now the ruler. So he likes his son, so he won't move. Plus he's the Chancellor, so we can't force him via favour either. So we can't really get France by Vassal Inheritance. We were hoping to try and convince our niece, who is now in hiding, to come to our court. And then kill her father. As you do. Grant her some land in our realm, and of course Vassal Inheritance, blah blah blah. She would have brought the Kingdom of Sicily under our rule, but now we can't do that because she's in hiding. So that's kind of scuppered that plan. So that's two plans scuppered. The third plan, which was the most likely to happen, but the one that was going to take the longest, was using weak title claimants that we invite to our court to press the claim on Hungary, gift them some land, press the weak claim, and then we have a vassal Hungarian king under our control in one swoop. As I've just alluded to, two of the claimants that we invited earlier at the start of the session, one's died and one has now become a landed vassal, so we can't use either of those. We have invited a lunatic, great pox, mad drunkardman. So if he's still alive when we press this claim, we can do it, but that's unlikely because I think he's going to die. And the reason we have to wait to press it, and why we're not doing it now, is because we have to wait for the threat level to go down so that we're not going to be beset upon by the entire Christian realms. Because I believe that if we attack now, pretty much all of these people in this defensive pact currently will attack us, which makes this war almost unwinnable, really, or a downside a lot more tricky. So we were waiting patiently for the threat to decrease, which at the start of the session was 12 years, is now less than 10. But of course the danger of waiting that long is things change in 12 years, as we've just seen. So whether or not we have any claimants left to press a weak claim on Hungary is another matter. But we shall only keep our fingers crossed. Okay, you seek to see somebody dead. Righteous imprisonment. You are seeking to kill somebody who I really don't care much about, I don't think. And this time you will not end your plot. I could imprison you. Is that your husband? Oh, you're seeking to kill your husband. Ah, well. Who am I to intervene in familial matters? Right. Let's have a look at what else is going on here. So every January, every 1st of January, what I'm doing now is I am looking at all the surrounding kingdoms to see if there are any situations that we can use Vassal Inheritance. Alternatively, I should also be looking if there are any title claimants that we can invite to our court, because like with Hungary, we can probably do something similar elsewhere. The only reason why Hungary is a better prospect is because they have female heirs at the moment, no sons. So we're guaranteed at least that, if not a regency, when we press the claim. Elsewhere, I think I've all got male heirs and rulers, which make it a lot more tricky. Okay, okay. Any factions that we need to be worried about at the moment? Increased council power is getting up there. Okay. My mind just drifts off in monetary matters. Well, we are not the most learned when it comes to facts and when it comes to figures, certainly. Okay. Perhaps we would like to join our steward on a full day's work. Would we? Well, we're not lazy. I suppose it would be interesting. We have just commissioned the construction of a variety of castle towns. I suppose it would be nice to see how our money has been spent. That's gone down from 24k to 18k. What's our personal levy like? 5. Right, yes, we shall go forth and have a look at how things are done. Right, so we start the day collecting taxes, and people frown, but then probably turn their frowns upside down when they actually notice the Emperor himself collecting taxes with the steward. They'll probably fallen off their chairs backwards. And of course, he explains in our presence the benefit of the taxes, and we just sort of nod along. Yes, yes, of course, your taxes are put to very good use in Bohemia. So earning trust is earning gold. We could lose deceitful and gain honest. I don't really. I quite like deceitful, you know, as the spider. Kind of like deceitful. Or we could become greedy by squeezing some more money out of them. Interesting, interesting. Well, considering we have been dragged out on this little jaunt, perhaps we can use our charm as the Emperor, perhaps just to, you know, squeeze a bit more money out of them in a polite way. You know, the Emperor's here, Emperor tax, paying for my visit. I've come a long way here, you know. Yes, more money is good. Diplomacy, who needs diplomacy? Okay, so we've squeezed more money out, very good, and we continue on our journey of stewardship with our steward, a day that's turned out quite well. Lovely and sunny, more cash in the coffers. Could get used to this. And we go to a construction site to evaluate progress. The builders are lagging behind. So he questions them. The builders complain about the weather and pay and delays. And he looks to us for a response. I guess one cannot predict the weather. Clear the site, you will never work again. We will hold our end of the deal when you hold yours. Gains trusting, loses power, but we lose gold as well. Okay, so considering we're greedy now, I don't think we want to lose gold, and considering we're kind, I don't think we're going to send them all packing, so that kind of by default leaves this top option, really. So we'll take it easy on the workers. Okay, so a friend has come to visit our steward this evening. 3 of us have a good time discussing our experiences over a fine evening meal. Prepared, of course, by the finest cooks in the castle of Praha. How lucky you are to have a liege that understands your work. Oh, yes, I understand very well. I'm going to be expecting tithes much more regularly. I've shown you how easy it is to extort 120 coin out of the local peasantry. I expect it on a regular basis. If it wasn't for me, it feels like stealing. I hated it. No, I think definitely. Well, both of these are negative opinions, negative things. Kill the peasants and take their money. No. Okay. We lose greedy, we gain charitable, we gain shy. Disappointed. Right, well, either way we don't like it. So we either Don't like it because we're perhaps regretting the fact that we've taken some money off the hard-earned peasants. Which leaves us with no choice, really, because I don't think we're going to kill state that we're going to kill them. So we're now charitable, but shy, paranoid and shy, and craven. So this guy doesn't like confrontation. So he's a man that doesn't like confrontation and does everything from the shadows. As a schemer, a spider, when confronted about things, he crumbles to dust. Keep him away from anybody of any sort of decent power, or God forbid if they get whiff of our weakness, we'll be a laughing stock. The weak, shy, craven emperor. Right. Okay. Ooh, he's... Oh, new Pope alert. Still doesn't like us because we're not crusading. So doubt we're going to get a reconciliation out of the new Pope. Somebody seeks to kill Milo the Fat. No, don't do that. I need Milo the Fat alive because I'm going to be transferring vassalage soon enough. Right. All my people that were supposed to remind me have probably gone to bed now, so it's a good job I have remembered. But we have now a situation with our vassals where we have lost the trust of both the kings. They've kind of let their minds wander a little bit as to what we did for them. They've kind of forgotten that we gifted them land. We gave them a bloody promotion. So now he only likes us 11. So in order to try and increase that, we could transfer... Mind you, Milo the Fat is now in revolt, so we can't do that. This revolt has to end. But if he ever ends up back as the Duke of whatever he's Duke of, Dauphine, if we transfer him under the under this king, that should give us a bit more favour. He's still on our council, so can't join factions. Anyway, down here, he now dislikes us. However, if we create or usurp the Duchy of Ferrara and then gift it to him, because he's the de jure liege of it anyway, that should give us a little bit of a boost with him. Smooth things over. There you go. He likes us again now. For another 10 years at least. Just giving him a gentle reminder, you know. Okay, so that's him taken care of. Right, we've got a Chancellor. The guy forced himself into our council, and then he's now promptly gone and died on us. I mean, talk about inconvenient. So we can go with our own, or we can go with... ooh! We need some loyal vassals, really. We could really do with loyal vassals. If we're waging war, we need them to be on our side. Duke of Bavaria. One-eyed. Brave, blah de blah. Okay. He'll do for now. And we shall continue. Well, we were sowing descent down here, but I think this is dead in the water. She's in hiding, so we can't use her anymore. Right, let's get to the 1st of January. There we go. Another year ticks by, and going to the right, good. Okay, let's have a world tour once again, shall we? Threat levels. We're looking 87 months. What's that? 12 times 6 is 72 times 81. 7 years. Okay, we're getting there. Almost halfway. England. Hold on to your hats. The heir wants to come to our court. He's the heir to the Kingdom of England. Wants to come to our court. Come on down. Come on down. I'll press your claims, pal. Not a problem. He needs to die. Please tell me we can kill him. He needs to die. He's only 32. We need him to die. Because look. Oh! She needs to die. Is she chaste? She's chaste. That's good. She's chaste, so less likely to be pregnant. Because as soon as these two have a kid, that kid will be the heir. Because he is only the brother who we are inviting right now. So we need him to die before they have a kid. Okay, this needs to happen. This needs to happen. This needs to happen now. This needs to happen right now. So descend. So descend. Spy master, spy master, spy master. We need you to build a spy network right there. Right this instant. Right now. Right. Exciting times, folks. Exciting times. Vassal Inheritance may be happening very shortly. If we can kill the King of England. There is a plague happening at the moment, smallpox. He may just decide he wishes to step outside of his quarantine and breathe in the fresh English air. If you wouldn't mind. Right, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. 70%. Come on, come on, come on, please. 70. Oh, come on. Come on. I need everybody. Everybody needs to join this plot. Everybody needs to join this plot. Okay? Every man and his dog that can possibly join this plot. Drunkard, I don't care. Honest, I don't care. If you're going to blab, I don't care. Just bring yourselves forth to this plot as quickly as you can and kill the king, because he's not a good king. I've heard rumours he's a very bad king. Very bad indeed. He's a... Look at this. He's... Oh my... That's the prince's wife, who we are just inviting to our court. So we invite him to our court and his wife dies of cancer. Unfortunate. But don't worry, you'll be our courtier. We'll marry you off to another one of our family members as a gesture of goodwill. Come forth, Turcotil William Mez. Come on down with your family in tow. Right, good. Good, good. We like that. Let's have a look at the plot. Let's have a look at the plot. 116% with more people to come. We're sowing dissent now, so we may get more. We could do with this guy, the spy master, turning his blade to his liege's throat. That would be quite nice. We're probably looking at around about 140%. That isn't the greatest plot power, but it's better than a smack in the face. Right. The thing is, he's now in our court. We have to be prepared for his demise. Now, he could die at a drop of a hat. So we have to land this guy now. We have to land him now. Trouble with landing him is now, if this all falls flat on its face, we have a landed man taking land that we could have used. But you know what? It has to. We have waited for this moment. We've waited for this moment patiently, and it's now coming into fruition. Let's grant him a landed title, County of Stettin. So he's now Count of Stettin, right? Yes. He's still heir to the Kingdom of England, right? Yes. So if he dies, he's our vassal as a count. He will inherit the Kingdom of England. And because the Kingdom of England is less than our empire title, if he dies before they have a child, or before the succession law changes, we gain the Kingdom of England in one go. Oh no! Blabbermouth! Plot revealed! Does it matter? Does it matter? Does it matter? I don't care. People know me as a murderer, a plotter, a schemer. It does not matter to me. This is far more important than poxy, vicious rumours. Praise be to God. Praise be to God indeed. He's smiling down upon us right now. England have taken... Oh! And in a strange twist, if we manage to take England in Vassal Inheritance, we also take Jerusalem with it. Oh, things are really taking a turn here. Things are taking a certain turn. Oh, gosh. Right. Let's have a look. Very good, very good. I mean, look, a good English king has managed to gain the Holy Land, has contributed the most to... He's got so many titles, and this is really going to hamper his vassal's opinion of him because he's over domain limit. Oh, it's going to... Oh, really, not enough. Not enough for us to be... Not enough for swaying opinions. But somebody else can now join. I think the vassal opinions are going to be mostly positive, maybe because he's a successful crusader. He's got still quite a few negative. Fired from council, desires duchy, ambitious. Nothing for being over domain limit. I think that's it just impacts upon your income. Oh man, this is right. This is really tentative. 150% is getting up there to be a decent plot power for it to fire relatively quickly, and it really does have to fire relatively quickly. It really does. Oh, I'm nervous times here. We have planned and we have cajoled and we have used our spidering ways for this. We are literally a whisker, a spider's hair away. Do not bother me with any other random plots from within my realm. I care not. I have one thing on my mind right now, and I am busy plotting and scheming, using my spidering ways to figure out how we can get more people into this little plot to kill the King of England. Castle of Beth Gibelin for the St. John Chapter House. Oh, whatever you call. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? There's too much happening. Press my... Oh! Peace be with... I request that you repay the favour you owe me by declaring claim Ottobello against Pope Stephanus. What? I don't want to go to war against the Pope! He's holding a gun to my head! How long is he for this world? 57? I will make sure the council hears of it if we decline this. I mean, what does that mean? I can't go to war on the Pope, surely. Claim... I can't do it. I'm too threatening. The whole of the council, the whole of the Catholic kingdoms will come crashing down upon me if I do this. Are you having a stupid... Are you having... Maybe this is his ploy. He is forcing me by way of favour, threatening me, blackmailing me to go to war with the Pope, knowing full well that this would cripple us, that this is bound to fail. I'm sorry. Discontent council. Oh, they can join factions. Oh! So that's what it means. It means the council goes discontent. That's not good. Because there's quite a few factions here that they might want to join now. He's probably going to dislike me because I've done that. Excommunicate. Okay, no. Right. Oh, no. Gift. 405 gold to keep him quiet. I do not wish him to be joining factions. I really do not wish him to be joining factions. Balderdash. Ambitious kings come back to haunt you. Right, we could try vassal transfer. Duke Milo the Fat. If we transfer this is giving him more power. This could also backfire. We're clutching at straws now. Right. Duke Milo the Fat. Hopefully it will tell me how much it will increase his... why can't we transfer Duke Milo the Fat? Let's search for Milo here. No. Maybe we can... Duke Milo the Fat is Duke of Dauphine, right? Yes, he is. Which is... you're part of the Kingdom of Burgundy. But then, if you go to him, Count Milo is not part of his... No. Oh, he is already a vassal. Well, why does it show me... Oh, it doesn't. I'm sure it did at one point. Okay, I'm getting confused. Okay, easily done. I'm easily confused. Which means we have no way to raise his opinion of us other than to give him a gift of gold, which is rather expensive. Because he's greedy, rather unfortunately. So the question is, how long does this stay discontent? How long? Discontent until 1136. 2 years. We can last for 2 years, right? We're going to have to. We're going to have to. Second Italian Pisa and Excommunication War on Serene Doge Riccardo the Shadow. Okay. Did he take the... Oh, you lost the first one. You must have done. Right. Hopefully there'll be no count... Oh, what have we got? We've got a load of messages here. We need to recruit a court physician. Oh, my court physician must have... I didn't... I did put him in place. I think he must have died. He must have died. Right, let's have a look. You look semi-decent. You'll do. No, we'll go through the official channels. We'll go through the official channels to start with. Right, official channels. Official channels. Don't panic. Don't panic here. Right, we really could do with increasing our levy size. Our personal levy isn't big enough, given that we are now facing potential issues with factions and stuff. So in Praha, we will now go for the keep, which is going to take ages to build. But yeah, it gives us a massive increase to levy and garrison troops. Down here, it's the same, but I don't want to reduce us to less than 1,000. If we do go to war, I need enough coin to hire mercenaries. Maybe just keeping that on the back of our forts right now, so we'll keep that on the back burner. We do have ability to upgrade Slaney though. Castletown isn't too expensive. We'll go for Castletown, more cash there, and it's just here. It would be keeps again, but we're not concerned about keeps here for now. Castletown there, right? Okay. So, okay, 981, we'll keep that money for the time being. We are currently earning 54 per turn, so a couple of turns and we'll be fine. Is she still in hiding? Yeah, she is still in hiding, but we have an alternative solution now, so screw you, my dear. You can stay in hiding. Right. Oh my god. Guys? I am so sorry. Just bear with me a second. Bear with me 1 second. The chat, I've got a chat on my screen and the chat hasn't moved. And I was just thinking, you've all been rather quiet, you know. And for the past 15-20 minutes since Maziga asked me what the master plan was, however long ago that was, I've just had a screen of no chat, so I just thought people were quiet. And I have my phone open as well, and I've just noticed that there's loads of comments. I've missed about 15 minutes worth of comments, so if you've been saying stuff to me, I do apologise. I haven't seen it. Oh, good God. I thought you were all being rather quiet. Oh, that's like peeved me off. You've been probably giving me some really decent advice. I'm going to save it because I need to tab out and rectify this issue, just in case the game crashes. Holy cow. Dear, dear. Right, I'm now back on track, I think. So if you think that I've missed any of your pertinent advice, feel free to repeat it, but I've probably already gone against it and done things that you're screaming, no, don't do that! Don't do it! Go to war against the Pope! Don't piss off your council! Sorry, it's too late, we've pissed off the council. Right, so, okay. Now that we're back on track, I'll give you 2 minutes to tell me anything that you think I need to know, or that I've missed. Good grief! I can't believe it. Oh. Anyway, I hope you were all excited as me when you realised that Vassal Inheritance is on. I shall scroll back now and see your reactions to that. I mean, were you excited? Look, I can actually scroll back on my phone to see some of the messages. Da-da-da. Okay, I'm catching up, don't worry. Okay, very good. Comedy clip, indeed. I've got a couple of comedy clips from my streams. I'm going to have to. I'm writing them down as we go along now, rather than at the end of the year, so that I have them primed and ready. And that definitely is a comedy clip moment. Get that prince married off to a member of your dynasty if possible, and Jerusalem may prove to be. Oh right, yes, good point. I did say I was going to do that as a because he lost Roxy, bless him. Arranged marriage. Oh shoot, we should have done that whilst he was our courtier. He's now his own man, isn't he? He's now a landed vassal, so I don't think we can do that now. He might have already. Is he already married him? Is he already got married himself? He's taken a wife. Oh, balderdash. Bugger. I did say I was going to do that and I completely forgot. We were going to give him another Kobyla. As King of England, with a Kobyla wife, it would have ensured that Kobyla bloodline, even if not by name, would have been rulers of England. Ah, we could kill his wife, but we're killing the King of England, which is far more important. Right, so yes, let's get this ball rolling. Can we get the King of England dead before this plan turns to rack and ruin? She still isn't pregnant. She's chaste. You don't want to get pregnant, love. It's overrated. Overrated, man. Right, I'm going to leave her be. Unlanded sons, that's fine. Threat is decreasing. We may not need the threat. We may not need to worry about the threat issue now. We've got other alternative means to gain a kingdom. Right, come on, let's go. Let's go, 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 go. Oh, the excitement. The one time you want a king to die, the king will not die. I'm telling you. You watch Burgundian War. Your rangers report of an erudite herbalist that resides in a hut. And she is positively... she's a gardener. I asked for a court physician, not a court horticulturist. Herbal remedies though. Oh, I see. Well, herbal remedies... I hear it is the future. Yes. I don't know how much we paid her. I didn't see. Come with your herbal remedy. The realm has prospered. Very good. We get extra tax bonus for that, which is always nice. Award honorary title. She is now the court physician. Very good. And we can build a war chest, which means that we have to... we can extort subjects, but we don't need to do that. We're getting enough coin. We need to get above 1,000, which is going to happen in about less than a month's time. There you go, war chest, boom, which gives us further tax increase. So Let's have a look at that. Tax modifier plus 10%. Guardian. Oh, I'm excited. Come on, please. Please, somebody. Just kill this king, please. Use all your spidering powers. Every last drop of your spidering powers. Come on. 154% is ample. Guys, slander his name. Convince his vassals he is a devil incarnate. Do something. This is the best chance. For this to work. Castletown's built. You just need to also see out this two-year discontent council. Just see this out. An emperor having a rival so much beneath me, it seems a bit silly to have a count as a rival. There is no point in. I mean, what kind of what kind of a rival is a man that cannot even give you a contest? I'll tell you a proper rival, King of Burgundy. He's a proper rival. How dare he try to force me to attack the Pope? He must think I'm crazy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh, 6%. Another 6%. This could be the straw that broke the camel's back. Come forth to the plot. Welcome to the fold. Dangerous faction. Somebody's joined it. Probably one of the kings. Yes. 119% to increase council power. Of course it is. Of course it is. Oh, this is all blown up horribly. We're going to have to grant him full council power. Not him. We're going to have to grant the council full power. I do not fancy going into a massive war right now. We are craven, we are shy, we are retiring. It's not independence, so we can concede and concede council power. It's a pain, but it's not the end of the world. And as a shy craven, with a diminishing levy size, and with the potential for a new kingdom to come into his power very shortly, I think now is the time to back down. Right, I'm gonna give him a gift of 17 gold just to increase that opinion a little bit, because if he becomes king and his opinion isn't high, it'll cost me a hell of a lot more to gift him. So I'll gift him now. It lasts for 5 years, I think. So I'll gift him now while it's cheaper. Yeah. So if we get him on the throne within 5 years, we start off with him at least with a 47 opinion rather than a 15. Right. Okay. Battles are fun, yes. And if we're in control of a much more capable ruler when it comes to confrontation, I would probably have fought it. But in the spirit of roleplay, he is going to concede as a shy craven type. Right, betrothed can marry. Aha! The Byzantine link. We'll get married and consolidate our alliance. Go forth and enjoy your life, my dear. Right, come on, die! Die, goddammit! 160% power, die! Today, 91%! We've got the Spy Master! His head has been turned! His head has for turning! His head is for turning! Boom! Over 266%! If that doesn't succeed in the near future, I don't know what the flipping hell will! Right, let's just double check things. Let's just double check things. Come on, come on. He's still the heir. She still isn't pregnant. The succession law is still primogeniture, which means, my friends, that we are so close. Traditions? I will support your traditions. Dance around the tree naked for all I care. Enjoy yourselves. I'm busy. Oh, there's going to be an accident. There's going to be an accident very shortly. This better work. I'm telling you, this better flipping work. He's a landed vassal. I researched this. I'm now doubting myself. I researched this. He's a landed vassal. He inherits a title that is lower than my title. We should get this. We should get this. I'm telling you. If we don't, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hire the best archer you've ever seen. Get one of those English longbow! What happened? Oh. Oh. What happened? It worked the wrong way around. It worked the wrong way round! Bugger! Rather than us getting England, England have gone the other way. So this has now become English. Right, okay, why did that happen? Why did that happen? How have I got it the wrong way around? What's my law for vassal inheritance? Oh! Oh, don't say that. What's vassal inheritance? Vassal war declaration allowed. Inheritance? No. Realm. Controlled realm inheritance free. What's that mean? Vassal titles do not have any special regulations. Control, right. Illegal to pass to another realm. Would it be England's law that's pertinent there? If England's law... How do you check England's laws? You can't check England's laws, can you? Kingdom of England? It needs to be illegal. Are you sure? Oh, that's... No, I'm not having that. Sorry. No. Where's the last save? That's ridiculous. Oh! I feel hoodwinked. It's cheating. It is cheating. But I feel like I've been hoodwinked. If I'd have known that, I'd have flipping put it in place first. That's the thing. Oh. Bugger. Oh man, I hate reloading things, but I don't feel as bad when I reload things when it's something like this, because I don't think... Is it Vassal Inheritance? Actually, it might be, because when I was looking at the advice, I'm thinking that the advice that I looked at might have been pre-Vassal Inheritance, because these Vassal Inheritance laws were instigated in a DLC patch at some point. The advice that I was looking at might have predated those kind of changes, so it didn't mention the having to change the Vassal Inheritance law. So that might be it, and the advice that I was looking at was outdated. Okay, so you're saying that reloading is fine. I can't. Okay, when is the last... Oh, you can't load from here, can you? When was the last load? When was the last save? It was 1st of November. Right, that's just literally around the corner. We'd have to get the law changed, which is not even certain, actually, either. Okay, this may not even make the difference. Okay, well, I'm not going to save here. It serves no purpose. Saving on the 1st of November would be more beneficial, so I'm just going to quit. Well, fine, I'll save this as balls up. Ah, bloody hell. Balls up 1. There may be many balls ups here. I kind of I'm not going to do it, but I can't. Right. Oh, God. Oh. Right, okay. So it was let's just see if I don't even know if we're going to get, as I said, I don't even know if we're going to get the law changed. If we can't get the law changed, then so be it. That's a different matter. Oh, who's to say that the bloody spy master, we're going to get him on board again? Who's to say that the execution will go smoothly the next time? Who's to say? Whatever happens this time, though, well, we're going to continue on regardless, because we know what the problem was. You know, there's no reloading to get a better. Oh shit, bollocks. Loaded the wrong save. Shows you how often I load game saves, save scum. I can't even get it. I can't even save scum properly. Right, load the right save, please. Thank you. It's a good job that it's on monthly auto saves, isn't it? Right, play. Right, so he's got Stettin. We're trying to get him killed, which means we're going to have to work quickly. Because look at that, the plot power has just ramped up right now. We need to pass the law, as in ASA bloody P, to see if that is the problem. So controlled realm inheritance, illegal. Vassal titles can no longer pass outside the realm through inheritance. Has the free inheritance. The council is allowed to initiate voting for this type of law. Right. But what I was thinking was what if the English law has illegal as well? Anyway, we'll take it one step at a time. We need to turn 3 people's heads here. We need 3 people. We need 3 people. So we need to buy 3 favours. This has to happen. And they're not all going to be not interested. Conflicting interests. Oh, this is not happening, is it? This is just not happening. We can't buy a favour from him because we can't afford it. Have you seen how much it is to buy a favour from that man? This is not a good start. Right. Buy a favour. No. I have better use for a favour. An opinion of me isn't good. Who's that? Right. Give him a gift. Buy favour. No. Oh, come on. Councillors, councillors, councillors. We've just ticked our council off. Right. I need some loyalists. I need some loyal members of my council. I don't give a crap. I can reinstate people. People that aren't loyal vassals, I can sack them and reappoint. I ain't bothered. This is more important than a few poxy. Well, I say poxy. These are all jukes that I'm going to be ticking off here. By favour. Right, we've got 1. 261. Alternatively, we can just ask to support council vote. No, we can't. Right, so we have to buy a favour. So if we buy a favour, that definitely means that they will support me in the council, yes? Is that right? It's saved anyway. So that's going to be expensive. We can afford it. So we need to read 3 people. There's 1. This guy will be 2. No! Conflicted interests. Even with the 81 opinion. Request council support. No! So I need 2. I need to replace 2 council members. Steward is unlanded. So he can go. Okay, I need a new steward that's going to like me. He's going to be a loyalist, but he sucks at stewardship. Doesn't matter. I'm not using you for stewardship. I'm using you for this purpose only. It's a temporary measure, and then I'm going to sack you. Buy a favour first before appointment. Oh, good point. So if I appoint, let's have a look who's going to be guaranteed to be a loyal member. He will be a loyalist, so that will be... I won't need to buy a favour because he's going to be a loyalist, so he'll vote for me anyway, right? So I don't need to buy his favour. So you come. as a if he is a loyalist, of course, he may change his opinion. No, he is a loyalist. So we've got a loyalist here. We've got one favour from somebody else. Oh, advisors. Advisors. By favour. Oh, advisors. I forgot about the advisors. We probably didn't need to do that then. Oh, it's all panic stations here. I can't buy his favour. He's a king, and I don't want to buy his... Right, okay. So, if we buy his favour... And was it the Spy Master? Yeah. So, between the three of them, he would vote for me. He will vote for me. He's a loyalist, so he will vote for me. That should be enough. Buy favour, 200. Buy favour... 261. It's expensive, but hey ho, we're getting a kingdom out of this. It's probably worth a coin. Pass the time before he dies, please. Quickly. Quickly. Ooh, that was close. Right, good. Right, how do you institute their favours? How do you call in their favours? How do you do this? Do you have to do it before? Do you start the law vote now? Calling council support. Ah, as a favour. Right. Righty right. So you calling council support. Yes. Yes, come to me. Come to me, my pretties. Are you the right man for the job? How do I call in council support? I can't see it. I've just bought a favour. Hans Tyrol. Hans. Why can't I call in council support here? Hello? He's already influenced by a favour. Oh, what? What? Have I done this right? Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Someone else called in council support. Are you having a laugh? What is this game? What is this game the councillors are playing with me? 2 supporters. I need one more supporter. I've just wasted 200 coin on a man that's already got a favour. Okay, keep calm. Keep calm. It's 200 smackers in the Swanee. Call it save scum tax. Right. We don't have time for it to run out. We need to do this now. The king is dying very shortly. We need... You can see who called it in. Who called it in? Duke Hans the Fat is returning a favour to Prince Emmerich the Chaste. The active favour expires in 27 months. Okay, so I'm assuming that he is saying that he will vote with him in the council. What if I was to sack the Chancellor? He would have nobody to vote with. Or does it not work like that? All these little nuances, aren't they something? Right, well, bugger you, you're fired. Bollocks, fired you. Right. This is like a game of... like a game of Jenga. Everything's come crashing down. Right, okay, let's try again. Let's see if we can now use... You're no longer voting. He's gone. He's fired. You can't vote with him in the council, and therefore I want your support. So calm down now and bloody obey me. Lovely. We can all get along. No Chancellor. Nobody to vote with you. In fact, I don't even need a Chancellor. We'll vote without the Chancellor. Can we vote without a Chancellor? I'd prefer to vote without a Chancellor right now, because I'm probably going to end up sacking him in a minute anyway. So if we vote without a Chancellor, or would we need to wait for the Chancellor to cast a vote? We've got 3 supporters. This is more than enough to pass the vote. Do you know what? We'll just play it cool. He automatically votes no. Doesn't matter. We still have enough, right? We still have enough. Right. Press the law. Press the law. Press the law. Let's get this done. Just need to wait for my loyalist to vote my way. Oh bloody hell! It's not far enough back. You are kidding me, right? You are kidding me, right? Right. This is ridiculous. This is like the biggest charade known to man. This is the biggest charade. We need to buy the favour of the loyalists so it's instant. I was about to say that. Because they vote instantly. Whereas if you wait, they take time to vote. Right. More than anything, I just want to see if this works. If it doesn't work, I'll bite the bullet and leave it. Because I've obviously cocked up and it doesn't work. But I just want to see at this point. I just want to see. I just want to flip and see. Oh, this is ludicrous. Right. Let's see if we can do this a bit cleaner this time then. Right. He needs to go because somebody owes him a favour, right? So he needs to be sacked. So sack him. We'll give him a gift later on. He'll soon forget that we fired him. It's not a problem. So how do we fire him? Right, there you go. -10 opinion. Right, you're gone. Lovely. So what do we need to do? We need to buy in. We need to buy favours. So if we go to the council, we need to buy the favor. We need to buy 3 people's favours then. So let's just go through. We can't buy yours. You're far too expensive. You are not interested, which is fine. The advisor was interested. Okay, you weren't interested. So we've got 1 person so far. Buy a favour from you. That's 261. That's fine. So we need to buy the favour of 1 more person. So buy the favour, then put them in position. Let's pick the best man for the job. Umberto, the courtier, Umberto. He's 20. Yeah, you'll do. Right, buy a favour from you. 80. No. Oh, Jesus. Somebody with a high opinion then. Let's just get this done. You'll definitely have a... Anybody with a high opinion that's decent? 14? No. Okay, we'll fire... You're my son, right? We're using you. You're our son. You would do this for us. Right, buy me... Give me a favour. No. Okay, we need a pleb. We need a low-level pleb. Commander. Yakub. Commander. Yes. Obedient. Oh, are you my eunuch? Are you my eunuch? Yes, you are. Eunuch, come on down. A eunuch on the council. How fitting. Right. Come, eunuch. I have plans for... I have plans for you. Come. Come down. Come. And then appoint you as my loyal and trusted chancellor. What's that? You... I wonder if he can be on the council, you know, as a eunuch. Oh! I don't think he can! Can a eunuch be on the council? Oh, man, that damn... That city lad. We can't appoint him. Why can't we appoint our eunuch? I don't know. I don't think he can take up council positions as a eunuch. Or maybe because he's... Oh... Grant landed title... Appoint councillor. Yes, not until he's accepted the favour. Right. Accept the favour, quickly. Quickly, please. Graciously give him a good attention in the future. Duke hands the fat. Quick. Very good. Very good. Eunuch. No. Eunuch. Pause. Right. Eunuch, come forth, my eunuch friend. Come. Welcome to the council. Isn't it glorious? It's a place where all the intrigues happen. It's a very glorious affair. Right. Calling council support. Very good. Calling council support. Very good. Calling council support. Very good. Right. So we have council support, we have council support, we have council support, we have council support, we have enough. Boom! Boom! Boom, boom, boom! Shake the room! Massacre, you don't even want to know what's happened. It has been the biggest farce known to CK2. Right, if this doesn't work now, I'm going to turn the stream off and cry into my tissues. Right. Okay. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. It's gone backwards. It's still gone backwards. After all that, I'll have to reread the rules of Vassal Inheritance and why it's going backwards. I don't understand. I read that if they are a landed vassal of yours and they inherit a title that is beneath you, they become your landed vassal. That's how it works. Might be because the assassination started before you changed the law. I think that's probably... I don't think that's the one. I don't think that's it. Unless you think the assassination was already in motion. Oh! I don't know. Oh, I'm scuppered. I'm scuppered here. I've retried and it still didn't work. Kind of taken the wind out of my sails. I'm sure that's how it normally works. That's how I read it. Okay, one more try. Is it because he's just a count? What if we give him a duchy? Rather than just a county? What if we give him a duchy title? Does it have to be a duchy? Does it have to be at least a duchy title? Possibly. With him being going up to a king, does he have to be one rank lower rather than two? That's my only question, possibly. The only trouble is, I don't think I can grant him a duchy title. I think the duchy. Yeah, I think the duchy will just go across. Why is it going across? Right. Try a save before the assassination started. We can try that. For the remainder of the session, we're going to get this to work. Right, okay. Well, we don't need to save it again. Can somebody please Google Vassal Inheritance? I will do it myself, but I can only do it on my phone, and it's not the best thing to use to research this. Somebody just look it up and just see what's happening. Because the way I researched this about a month ago, so I could be rusty, but I'm pretty sure it's there. I'm pretty sure that should have worked. It works if you press a weak claim that. A landed count, press a weak claim on a kingdom, the kingdom comes to you. 100%. The only thing I'm thinking is that that England, I don't know, does England have that law where you can't pass the it's illegal to pass outside the realm? Maybe England have that law, and it's that's what's stopping us. It's you can't check England's laws, can you? Other people's laws, I don't think. This is an absolute fit up. An absolute... I feel like we've been fitted up here. Right, the assassination hasn't triggered. It triggered when we got... You could use console commands. Yes, I want to know. It would certainly go away to painting... What's my crown authority? We don't have crown authority. That was an old... That was pre-patch. There's no such thing as crown authority anymore. Vassal war declaration allowed. External. Revoke title, no. It's got to be something to do with it's got to be something to do with controlled realm inheritance. How do we check England's controlled realm inheritance using the console commands? But whilst you're researching that, we will try instigating the assassination after we have changed the law. I don't think that will work. Start with debug mode. Oh, this is if your vassal inherits a higher level title than what he currently has, and that title is outside your realm, he will become independent, leave your realm. If your vassal inherits a higher level title than what he currently has, and that title is outside your realm, he will become independent. Huh? So what that's saying then, have I misread that then? So what that is saying... What that is saying then is that he has to be a king. Oh! Oh! Yes! Yes, you're right! Oh, smack the head, smack the head, smack the head. That was it. That was it, you're right. If you go back to my update video, I remember saying, when we get the Vassal Inheritance situation, we have to invite the heir to our land and we have to grant him a kingdom title. I was the King of Italy at the time and I was considering giving him the Kingdom of Italy title, was I not? If I remember saying it in the update video, I had to grant him a kingdom title. Yes, he has to inherit a title that is not higher than his current title. That is the nuance. Reload. We have reloaded. We're on the 1st of October. We have a month to change. Therefore, I don't think we have to change the Vassal Inheritance law either. That's not the issue. The issue is he's not a king. So we don't have to mess around with the council. What we have to do is we have to give him a kingdom title. We just forgot. So I'm going to hold my hands up there. I don't feel bad reloading. It's just my own flipping lapse in memory. It was that long ago that I made these plans. I completely forgot about the part where we had to give him a kingdom. Right. We need to create a kingdom title. We can create any kingdom title we wish right now. So we can create the kingdom of... I want to give him a small kingdom because he's going to be king of two... He's going to have 2 kingdom titles here. So I don't want to give him a big kingdom. So I want to give him something that's relatively small. So we can create the Kingdom of Lotharingia. Why is it not highlighting it? There, now it is. So I want to give him... I want to kind of give him a small kingdom title that's not too powerful because I don't want him to be a powerful vassal. Kingdom of Greater... No, that's going to split me up. Ah! Kingdom of Pomerania. He holds Stettin already. So this would make more sense. So we'll create the Kingdom of Pomerania title. There we go. And then we shall give it to him. Like that. And he's going to absolutely love us to bits. He's going to love us to bits. The kingdom title that he's got, he's now King of Pomerania. So he's got de jure claims there, which he may press of his own volition. We lose a council member, an advisor. We'll sort that out later. So now, now we're back to square one, where we need the king to die again. And this time, the spy master is coming, and you can bet your bottom dollar that the flipping... That happened, yeah, marriage, very good. That he won't die this time. Right, come on. 257%. We're more than enough now. More than enough. We're back to where we were before we made the move. There you go. Oh! How fitting that it should be Kobyla's finest Bohemian special that gets the job done, eh? How fitting it would be indeed. I'm gonna commentate as curse myself here, and Bohemian special has never failed me yet. It even killed Johann first time. And there we go! Oh, marvellous! Oh, it doesn't feel quite as satisfying as it would have done if I'd got it right the first time. But it's my own fault because I completely and utterly forgot about the part where we had to give him a kingdom title. So, you know, that was a slip by me. But for all the work we put in, it would be a shame to lose that opportunity due to a forgetfulness. So that is how Vassal Inheritance works, people. You're going to get your head around it, but it does work when you get things right. Oh, man. And I think on that bombshell, with Bohemian Special working its charms once again, and the Holy Roman Empire expanding into England, does it increase our threat? No! Look at this, guys! Look at this! It doesn't even increase our threat! So, in less than 5 years' time, we're going to have 0 threat, which means that in less than 5 years' time, we're probably going to get Hungary as well. Oh, Emperor Igor's reign would be remarkable if by the end of it he has England and Hungary under his control. We have the Holy Land, but this is a poison chalice because this is going to be jihaded against any time now. Anyway, that's under the King of England's control. That's his problem as my vassal. He's probably overtaken. Oh no, he hasn't overtaken. He hasn't quite overtaken Bertrand in terms of absolute power. But what we need to do now is we need to just have a little bit of a rejig of the council. We need to have a bit of a rejig of all this messages. We need to take stock of what's just happened, and we need to replan, and we need to refocus. And as you can appreciate, I need a fresh head to do that after what's just happened. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. We've got England, we've got Normandy now. We've got Pomerania we already had. We've got Jerusalem. Oh, whatever next? What's next? What's next on the list? She's still in hiding. Just in time for Christmas. We should have a feast to celebrate. Right, yes. So thank you all for joining me this evening. We got there in the end. Thank you for checking that up for me at the last minute there. We could have been here for some time otherwise, figuring out what the hell was going on. But yes, it was the granting of the kingdom title. It was a missing link in the chain. Ho ho, we are looking good now. We are looking very good. Very nice indeed. So yeah, next stop, Hungary. So the next stream is going to be this weekend. It's going to be Fall of the Samurai. Probably on Saturday evening. So stay tuned for that. The next stream for this will probably be next weekend. I'm looking to do a Red Dead Redemption 2 stream next Monday or Tuesday, which will leave next weekend free for some more of this. So now that we have got the Kingdom of England, we've got an entire kingdom title in one go, like we set out to do. We're probably, fingers crossed, gonna have a punt at taking Hungary as well. Oh, look, another title claimant. Come on down, my dear. Come on down. A queen, a king, it matters not to me. We'll get her invited over. Yeah, in 5 years' time, we're going to take Hungary as well. And when then Igor dies, we'll have achieved not just one kingdom in one go, but 2. And I think that would be a nice place to end the series with perhaps the greatest emperor of them all. Not as ruthless as Jacek, not as diplomatic as Johann, but ultimately, even though he was shy and craven, the spider found a way. So enjoy your weeks, what's left of it. Hopefully see you for CK for Fall of Samurai a bit later. Good evening. Thanks for watching. I need a cup of tea.